with Ask Me Anything. If you'd like to ask me a question, you can just email it or send me a little video to ama@terryhawkins.com. I've been loving the questions that have been coming through. So I'm going to read one of them from that really popular person, Mr. Anon. We love him. And Mr. Anon has asked, what are the top traits, behavioural traits, body language things that you can do to make people like and respect you when managing them? Which is a really great question. He also asked the other side of that, which is also the same to make managers like and respect you as an employee. Now, I love that question because the answer is the same for both sides of it. So, and there's a lot of moving parts in this, of course, but a couple of the main areas that I think are really important whenever you're trying to create rapport with someone, because the whole idea of a great relationship comes from trust. Trust is at the basis of every great relationship. How do we feel trust with someone that we're not necessarily in an intimate relationship with or that we've just met? Well, people like people who are like them. And so, let me say that again, people like people who are like them. We feel safe when we're around people who are similar to us. So what does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean that you actually go and fake someone completely different or you be something that's not you. What you do though is you can match and mirror the other person. And so if you've got someone who's quite quiet and withdrawn and you come in really loud and over the top, well, of course you're going to freak them out a little bit. And so what you do is you just pull it back, just watch their behaviors, watch what they do. If they have fast movements, then maybe pick it up a bit. If they're really slow in their movements, then and you're fast, then slow it down. Listen to what's important to them. Listen to what makes them tick. I think a lot of the issues come from the fact that we think that other people are like us. And when we try to communicate based on that, we get confused as to why we get a little bit of friction or conflict. So have a look at what the person is. What are their behaviors? Can you mirror those behaviors or match those behaviors? And really get interested in them. Someone said to me once years ago, if you want to be loved, be lovable. Well, the same goes if you want to be interesting, be interested. If you want to work in a fun team, be a fun person to be around. So first, yes, check out all those areas. The second part is basically to be a cup filler. And I was at a conference just recently talking about this. Great managers and great employees cup fill. They know how to make people feel good about themselves. So I'm going to strongly suggest that if you are wanting your team to actually respect you and feel good around you, fill their cup. Recent studies show that it's a 7-to-1 ratio. The highest performing teams have a 7-to-1 ratio. They receive 7 positive comments or cup fills, as I call them, for every one probably negative or feedback or development information. So people really are running around empty these days. So as a great manager, I would look around at your team and look at what you can reinforce. Someone said to me the other day, it's amazing how we will hire based on looking for the minimum amount of weaknesses rather than focusing on people's strengths. So have a look at that yourself and see if you can focus on their strengths, be a cup filler, look at their temperament, how different it is to you, and modify. Be style flexible and you'll find you'll have a lot more harmony. So I hope that answers your question, Mr. Anon, and I look forward to answering some more. But send them in, ama@terryhawkins.com.